Hello and welcome to a new video. In this video we're going to be comparing an i7 iMac to the i5 that I used to have. School of thought of buying this is I prefer using iMacs versus Mac Pros because they just feel faster. Anyway, this is 2013, 27 inch. It's got 16GB of RAM in it. It's got a 3.5 GHz Intel Core i7, which is a bit faster than the i5 I had, and it's got a GTX 750 2GB graphic card in it, which is GeForce, and it's got a Fusion drive, which means it's got part of that Fusion drive is an SSD drive, so it should be quicker. So we're going to have a look at the performance in Cinebench and Haven. So I want you to have a look at how it does, and it's up to you to make your mind up if you think the i7 is worth the extra, or do you still think the i5 is good enough? I don't know. If we're going to compare this to the Mac Pro that I tested, I also did a video on that. Please check that out. I will put all the links in the description box if you want to check these videos out. But I suspect this i7 should blow away the Mac Pro, because that has 4 cores, Xeon 3.7 GHz I believe. This is a 3.5 GHz, in theory a bit slower, but it is an i7. I always found it to be slightly faster, especially doing Final Cut Pro, believe it or not, than the Mac Pro is. So without further ado, let's see how the Cinebench results compare, and then we'll have a result. And I'll also show you the Haven result in terms of the graphics performance. But it's up to you if you know which one you think is the better. Right. Let's just run the CPU test. Right, on the CPU test we got a reasonable score of 700 CB. So let's have a look at the OpenGL test and see how that does. So we achieved 95 frames per second. So I think the i7 combination iMac 2013 does beat the i5 version of this. So without further ado, let's have a look at Haven and see how that does. Right, here we have the Haven test on the i7 iMac test. The quality will be set to ultra. I'll put the sound on for you guys to listen to, and then we'll do a benchmark test to see how it does. So let's just watch it and listen to it for a little while, and then I'll start doing the benchmark test for you. Right, let's begin the benchmark test. Okay, the settings that we set that up on was Ultra, and we got frames per second 28.1, score 708, minimum frames per second we achieved 9.6, and the max 62.7.